readers know what's coming. They've known for a while now. Hello there, everybody. Welcome to Secrets Revealed and a recap of Staycation. Let's do this. Welcome on in, everybody. My name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi fantasy with dashes of romance and nerdy references, such as the Merna Annals, VITAELANGICA, and more. I'm also a coach. Welcome to Soul Bard Academy, dear soul bards who are members here. If you want to become a member, do dare welcome. We have a lot of things coming down the pipeline with a lot of cool things. Also, fill up my calendar for editing. If you are a member of this channel, reach out. You get a discount. Heads up. Anyway, so welcome on in. We are looking at today a recap of Staycation. How did it go? And some secrets that members have known about. So how did Staycation go? First of all, I feel so good. I actually have slept and I've played so much video games. Like, not just hours quantified, also quantity of video games. Games I haven't touched in, like, ages. Pun intended, Dragon Age. I remembered why I love Dragon Age so much. And Stardew, and Terraria, and Pokemon. Oh, my brain. I needed a couple of days of that. Now, that is not what I had intended to do. Not at all, not at all. So, July 2nd. I have a calendar off to the side here to help me with. July 2nd, which was what, Thursday? Yes, Thursday, July the 2nd, was the start. And today is Tuesday the 7th. So, members, I'm filming this right before we test run Riverside versus StreamYard, because somebody pointed out something really good about a cool thing I'm about to talk about later. Anyway, so July 2nd was so hot. I could not do what I was originally intending to do. I was going to kind of do like a writer crawl around town here and just go to a couple of bookstores in and around the area a little bit. It was too hot for that. It was 95 degrees by noon or something like that. And I said, yeah, no. We'll see what tomorrow brings. July 3rd, I had intended to go to the local city park or one of the state parks in the area because I'm near like Catoctin Mountain. Cunningham Falls isn't too terribly far away. Washington Monument State Park isn't too terribly far away. And I said, you know, I don't really want to go to the swimming areas because I know being circa Independence Day celebrations and barbecues, families are going to be flooding those. However, I kind of just want to like go off to a non-swim area and camp out on like a camping, or not a camping, but like a picnic table near a trail entrance or exit or whatever. And just kind of sit and have my own stuff on my tablet with me for a little bit. And that didn't happen because it was 100 degrees before noon on the 3rd, and we started getting thunderstorms in the evenings. This pattern proceeds to repeat itself. On July 4th, I hardly slept because not only did we have a huge drone show, but apparently the drone show attracted people who was firing regular boom booms, thus negating the purpose of the drone show, in my opinion. But anyway, and I had noisemakers in my neighborhood until 3:30 in the morning. And it was still thunderstorming. So it would storm, and the boom booms would stop when it got stormed too bad. And as soon as the storm would stop, the boom booms would start. Did that until 3:30 in the morning. So I took Sunday the 5th. I half debated and gave up trying to do anything other than clean and do it as a normal Sunday as possible on July the 5th. Members almost got a pop-up from me then instead of today to test Riverside, and I said, no, you really did not sleep good. Otherwise, all the other nights I slept great. Once I got to sleep July the 4th, it was like a super duper best power nap ever, and I was fine after a rough start to my day, did dare reply. So therefore, now that I'm back in office, because July 6th, I treated that like my normal, typical Monday. You guys don't necessarily see, that's a behind-the-scenes day for me. That's sometimes a batch filming day. That's approving stuff and recording next week's stuff for the chapter reads over on my other YouTube channel for the Merna Annals, which, by the way, we're going to be finishing Bound by Fate and Blood up here in about 5 weeks? Yeah, in about 6 weeks, we're going to be starting book 2. So I think that's going swimmingly. I'm actually ahead of schedule because I'm doing 2 chapters a week comfortably now. So that's a really cool thing that's changing. Segue. Hello, little girl. Yes, Jess. I'm actually wearing a light colored shirt and Locarina wants to jump up. You want to come say hi? Yeah. Okay, turn around. Spinny, spinny. Spinny, spinny. Oh, girlfriend. Oh. Little girl. Hi. They can actually see you. You're not blending with my shirt for once. So, the future of this channel. Dun dun dun! I appreciate the cuddles with what I'm about to say. The moderators, I'll word it that way. The moderators of this channel are quite aware. For a couple of them. Because a few of us have talked about it. I have considered stepping away from YouTube multiple times. I've been doing this now for 4 or 5 years. Seriously? You okay? Okay. She's good. She just knocked over a pen that was leaning against something. Anyhow, growth has been very slow. That's a nice way of wording it. And it's all my doing. It's all on me. I own that this is my ish. And I'm being very vulnerable about it. And some of you saw that a couple months ago with the "Who am I anyway? What am I doing now?" video. And yeah, I departed from several communities that I needed to hermit mode and focus on me and heal my own ish for a bit. And really own that I don't want to go back. Breaks are fine. I love what I do. There's a lot more I can do to be helpful to more people. And the last time I said that, this channel had a huge growth spurt. It's true. I have been holding myself back. I have been shrinking and playing small, and there's a lot of growth coming down the pipeline and a lot of growth has happened. I contacted, there's a local business incubator here through Hagerstown Community College called the Spark Membership, and the Fletcher Incubator Labs at Hagerstown Community College are the ones who host it. I am finalizing my stage 1 as part of that program, shall we say. I have a couple of prerequisites, tiny hurdles worth left over. One of those tiny hurdles is some paperwork filing things that is just like, you know how, I can only go as fast as certain things will let me. Processing time, and 3 holidays between the end of May and the beginning of July now that are bank holidays slowed up some entities more than they realized, not necessarily because of those 3 holidays, but because of when those 3 holidays landed in observance, if that makes sense. They just lost 1 or 2 more work days this year than they had planned for originally, I guess. Happens all the time. We deal with it. We go with it. We roll with it, and we celebrate anyway. And I'm waiting on a couple of tiny things, and I thought it was going to be by July 1st. It's more like going to be by the fall. I will be fully rooted into the program. Why is this cool for this channel? Well, 1, it means I actually get to do something I've been trying to do for a year and a half. Bring my business from an online entity to also have a local where I live component. That's happening. It also means a conference room space, sometimes for vlogging. They are so really into that, that I want to use the space for that. But also there's a podcasting space, which leads me to what's going on between StreamYard versus OBS versus Riverside. Now, I have tried other things other than StreamYard. I keep coming back to it just because it is a little more expensive, but my brain and it work really good together. User interface experience. So I'm looking at a couple of other things. I've tried OBS, but someone pointed out, Jenna, If you are recording the podcasts from a portable device, will OBS let you do that? And I'm like, I might have to get something for the podcasting recording anyway for the in-person space, so I might want to consider looking at browser-based stuff, not just OBS. Now, I have set up OBS. We could run an OBS, but what that person's point that they made, totally valid, because it would be so much easier if I could just go and log into the browser stuff and it's already set up. It would save me recalibrating stuff every record day, because not only would I like listening to the voices in our heads, to possibly branch off to its own channel, that would be cool. At the same time, I would like it to be in person and virtual. I would like to have both options, because there's so many authors who drink the water of where I live, if you understand my meaning. There's something about the water down around here. There's so many authors who live plus or minus 2 hours of me, and I had no clue. Speaking of really cool things, plus or minus of me, this one's also taking place not that far away, much closer. I have been in connection with the newish bookstore that is located in downtown Hagerstown, Maryland, called Next Chapter. They are a cafe and a bookstore. I am going to start hosting book launches there potentially, author events there potentially for myself and area authors. Heads up. I'm thinking of maybe partnering with them and Dracula's for a vampire author only night, or a fae only author night. I think that'll be a blast. Plus I have Take Back the Veil. Go see the vlog on that if you want to join the virtual vendor market. But I'm also planning another event called Monster in the Mountains, hosting classes. It's like everything I've been wanting to happen, all of a sudden within the last month, has started domino affecting into place. And I'm so grateful. I am not who I was when I first started this channel. Some of you who are from the first 50 will be generous, because I know some people who watch these vlogs who are like, I'm here from the first 5. What are you kidding? If that's you, if you know you were the first 5, the first 50, the first 500, dare I say, the first 2,000, go ahead and celebrate and join along and cheer, because thank you for being on this roller coaster with me. I have grown a lot, and so have all of you. And as much as I cheer all of you on, we're also all learning how to pour from an overflowing cup around here, if you get my meaning. So thank you for being here during a time of cheer, a time of celebration, a time of good things slowly happening in their pace, in their time, in their stride, because our voices have value. Dang it. Let's do this. Rebrand, relaunch, revolution 2.0 on lock.